What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackson. The Colts beat that shitty team from Pennsylvania, and I am not talking about the Eagles. For the first time since 2008, Power's here, and today I bring to you guys a special Sunday edition of Colts Recap because the Colts had a Saturday game in which they played the Pittsburgh Steelers and defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers by a score of 30-13. Dominance in the second half of that game. 30 unanswered points by the offense. And, it was a slow start. Went down 13-0 early, but scored 30 unanswered after that and won the game. So let's just get right into it. The first takeaway, Gardner Minshew bounced back in a big way. I believe he was 18-28. He had over 200 yards and 3 touchdown passes. And he looked a lot better. He played consistent for the first time this season. He played consistently good in the game. He looked good the whole game. He bounced back from his poor performance last week. He took care of the ball. No turnovers. The offense didn't turn the ball over at all. And it's funny what happens when you take care of the ball. Minshew needs to do that every week. If he could just take care of the ball every single week, this team is just a great team. And that was exactly what he did yesterday. He looked very good. Despite Pittman going down, Josh Downs going down, he looked very good. He was out here throwing to DJ Montgomery, who was in the USFL last year, and he was still managed to play well. I don't understand, but that just shows the heart that this team has, and they're just able to find ways to win. I've been very negative about Minshew this year, but he's looked very good during this last stretch. And I hope we bring him back next year to be our backup quarterback because obviously Anthony Richardson is going to be the starter. But Minshew's been playing very well, and I'm excited to see what he can do for the rest of the season. And who knows? I think he's definitely earned a spot back on our roster next year. So that's enough about Minshew. I want to get in to one of the biggest reasons we won was our run game. We managed to somehow have Zach Moss go down in the second quarter and run for like 170 yards total. Trey Sermon had a phenomenal game. He had like 81 yards. And then Tyler Goodson, I think is his name. He had a couple big runs as well. He had like 68 yards, I'm pretty sure. And when the run game is working, this team is dangerous. Because that is what makes Minshew succeed the best is when he has a run game. Zach Moss, Jonathan Taylor, both out, had our best rushing game of the season. Like, at least out of the games I've seen so far, that was, I think, the best game we've had on the ground all season. I mean, we had a drive where we ran it 14 plays in a row, and we drove right down the field. And we ended up having to kick a field goal on that drive because the only pass was a third down that was incomplete. So, I mean, that really put the nail in the coffin right there was the run game. When the run game is going, this team is just different. When we can keep our defense on the sideline, our team is just different. Speaking of the defense showed up. Now, I don't know how much of that was because Mitchell Trubisky was the Steelers quarterback, but the defense played phenomenal. They only really allowed 6 points because the other touchdown they allowed came off of that blocked punt where the Steelers got the ball at the 1 yard line. So obviously they scored there. But other than that, the defense, they looked great. I mean, and honestly, even the touchdown that the defense actually allowed, that was off of a missed field goal from Matt Gay that gave them the ball at like midfield. So they, on both of their touchdowns, they had good starting field position. So the Colts defense really showed up, and that's when the run game is going and the defense plays good. This team is one of the best in the league, and that's a stretch for sure. But when we can get both of those going, that takes a lot of pressure off of Minshew, and then he plays way better. So that's really all I have to say about that. The defense showed up. Defense wins championships. And when our defense is on, it is on. They suck ass sometimes, but it was on yesterday, and that was all that mattered. Helped us get our dominant win, and that's the defense I'm looking for. That's the team that we need to be. When we're that team, we are one of the best. Like, that's always been our thing, is keeping teams off the field. That's Shane Steichen's motto. Throw to score, run to win. That's exactly what happened. First half, we threw it a lot, and that's how we got our lead. And then we ran the ball, ran the clock, kept the Steelers' offense off the field, and we won the game because of that. So, yeah, speaking of Shane Steichen's mentality, I do want to get into my next takeaway, which is Shane Steichen's coaching ability. Shane Steichen, Coach of the Year. He's Coach of the Year. He's got this team at 8-6 with 3 weeks left to go in the regular season and currently holding a playoff spot. We are the 7 seed after all the Saturday action. We'll see how it ends up being after Sunday is over with, but we are the current 7 seed. And if it started today, we'd be in. Shane Steichen, despite not having his starting quarterback, his starting running back, his wide receiver 1, and missing offensive linemen, missing DBs, has the team at 8-6. Like, we've been through so much bullshit this year, and we are 8-6. That says so much about Shane Steichen. And he's just, as the season gone on, has just gotten better and better at what he does. He understands his situations way better. He knows what he's doing, and he was 1,000% the right hire. And I'm really, really glad that we brought him in, because he just has the team rallying behind him, and the team, they're playing good late in the year, and that is all you really need. And I think he really held them accountable for how they played last week against the Bengals, and I think that's a big reason why we came out this week and demolished the Steelers. So, yeah, like I said last week, we needed to get humbled, and I'm pretty sure that happened last week, because this was a completely different team. Like, that was not the same team I saw last week. This was a completely different team. So, yeah, with that being said, I do want to name my game MVP, and it's hard just to pick one because we had so many great players make plays. Like, it was a team win for sure. But if I had to name one, Gardner Minshew, he looked very good. Like I said, he had the 3 touchdown passes all in the first half. He was dealing it out there, and if Pittman doesn't get hurt, it's maybe 4 touchdowns. So, yeah. Next week, we do play against the Atlanta Falcons. That's going to be a very interesting one, but it's a game we can definitely win. And I think every game from here on out is a must-win. This division, we are still with a realistic chance at the South, because we are 8-6 now. The Jags are 8-5. They play today. We're going to see how the Jags do. And if they lose... Shut the fuck up, Siri. We'll see what happens if the Jacksonville Jaguars, if they lose, we are tied for first in the AFC South. They'll still be ahead of us because they have the division tiebreaker. But we are still we have a very real chance at winning the AFC South. And this is exactly, like, this team, after Richardson went down, I fully expected us to win maybe 7 games. We're at 8 games now. We've doubled our win total from a year prior, from last year. I don't know why the fuck I said it like that. Fuck me, I guess. But anyway, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on the bell notifications and for everything in the description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.